Hey, friends and fans, welcome to today's Magic of Music episode. My name is John Lerac, and today we're going to explore Did you know? Did you know the origin of the fa la 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 words we use in songs like Deck the Hall? No, they're not just nonsense syllables. They actually originate in the 16th and 17th century with the singing of madrigals. And they were used in place of words that would be considered inappropriate or maybe even dangerous to sing out loud. They might sing something like, "There was a shepherd with a maiden on the hill, fa la 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 la," or "Good King Robert is such a great guy, fa la 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 la." I'm sure they wouldn't have used those exact words, but they certainly didn't want to be killed or beheaded or thrown in prison by saying something bad about the king. So they would use these nonsense syllables and let everyone just infer what they wanted to think they were actually singing about. Did you know that the Hawaiian instrument, the ukulele, was introduced to the Hawaiians by the Portuguese? This very popular instrument, the ukulele, not a ukulele, but an ukulele, is often translated to mean jumping flea. And the reason for this is twofold. The less important reason is that because when people play the ukulele, folks often think their fingers are jumping around the strings, and it's reminiscent of a flea just jumping, hopping, and hopping all over the place. The more correct reason is because we break down the Hawaiian into the two words that form it, to uku and lele, and uku means flea or any jumping and biting insect, where lele means to jump around. Hawaii's last monarch, Queen Liliuokalani, translated the word differently, however, and the difference in her translation has to do with the use of the okina. The okina is that vertical slash that you'll see in a lot of Hawaiian words. Sometimes it's like a backward apostrophe, and it's a glottal start or stop. So uku, uku, instead of uku. She took it away and said ukulele. And the reason for that is an uku without the okina, instead of jumping flea, it means like it's a paycheck, or it's something that you received. It's something that it's a benefit. It's something that was given to you. In lele, can, besides jumping around, can also mean to have arrived, to have disembarked. So she translated ukulele as the gift that came here. We've got one more Did you know for today. Well, did you know that I once dressed up in a giant ant costume and sang and danced my way through a sales meeting? Well, back in the late 90s, I was an admin in the advertising department at the San Francisco Chronicle. Several times a year, we would release what were known as special sections, and these are special advertising sections aimed at certain businesses or industries to try to get them to advertise in the paper. Our biggest one every year was called Bay Life, and it focused on life in the San Francisco Bay Area with different editions for the North Bay or San Francisco itself or the East Bay or the Peninsula. Well, during my last year there, the new special sections manager decided that we needed a mascot. And so she decided that mascot should be an ant because ants can lift many times their own weight. And she named that mascot, either coincidentally or not so coincidentally, Bubba, which was my nickname in the department. So kickoff day for my last Bay Life at the paper had arrived. I stayed until 4 in the morning, making sure all those sales kits for the salespeople were ready to go for the meeting. And I was back there and ready to go for the 9 a.m. kickoff of Bay Life. Just as the meeting started, the music started, and out I came in my giant Bubba the Ant costume, dancing and singing around to the music from New York, New York. Start selling those ads, I'm meaning today. You want to be a part of it. Bay Life, Bay Life. And Bubba the Ant went down in history. Well, that's it for today's episode of The Magic of Music. I hope you enjoyed learning these fun facts about music and a little bit about me. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up down below, subscribe to my page, and make sure you turn on notifications so you'll know when something new drops. In the meantime, I sure would appreciate it if you would subscribe to both my Facebook and Instagram pages under John Lerac Music. Thanks so much for tuning in today, and we'll see you next time.